with a crowd, the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go west. Meet Joe Black. Meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game?
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Richards. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. And it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Off play action. Richards. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Bo Melton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On second down, Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now they try the right side here. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hauled in on the out route by Melton. Touchdown, Packers! Bo Melton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
He's checking current. Switch.
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. From 3 yards out. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Richards. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now a pass hauled in downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Yo, check forward. Watch twins.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richards. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Richards. He's able to find Melton. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Richards. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. His 4th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 7 overall, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one caught by Davis. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Allen again, rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Allen going to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Takes it all the way down to the 32. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Cook up the gut. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms. Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To the air, Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, so there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 145 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Richards. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Cook again. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. To try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Richards. And that will be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Off the play fake. Richards. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 14. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Richards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The decision is to decline it and not give them the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Now Allen. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Allen to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Back to the ground, Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
They run it again with Cook. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his kick is indeed good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
He's got a man complete. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Packers, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.